For a long time, I dressed like an idiot. In college, I had a fully shaved head with just 2 horns, like a coxcomb of hair that I would sculpt into 2 horns. I looked like a crazy person. I kind of want everyone to think I'm a crazy person. I was learning this from numerous sources, friends of Hannity, associates of Hannity, who say that off the record, Hannity is complaining about Trump, saying he's a crazy person. But Sean and these other stars of Fox, they're so committed to the business model, to their ratings, they want to make sure their viewers stay tuned. I read like a crazy person, I play the piano, and I'm a photographer. I always say my photography keeps me sane. I spend a lot of time in the darkroom. It's a very solitary, quiet life when I'm not working. You don't really ever think you're that crazy person you're playing. I have to shave every day. If I don't, it's sort of like going to bed without brushing your teeth for me, but I'm a crazy person, so maybe that's why. I'm fighting to get paid. I'm not doing this because I love the sport so much. I'm not a crazy person. I am investing like a crazy person, mostly in internet startups. And I want to invest in Brazil as well, because I am Brazilian and that's in my heart. Who, other than a crazy person, does anything besides hang up on a robocall? Any call, any person, anywhere, under any circumstances. I feel like a crazy person all the time, and I feel like people are watching me, and I feel paranoid. I just want to keep doing a bunch of stuff that I don't really plan. I'm so fortunate and lucky that people keep giving me these platforms, because I'm kind of a crazy person. I always made sure that if I had to go and be a rock and roll crazy person that had that grounding foundation of my mother or my cousin. We tried to keep everything stable. People think I am the crazy person on stage, but I know how to relax. I'm just a crazy person. I mean, I really didn't have any trouble coming up with weird ways for people to die. I think I'm just very twisted. Obviously, if you get a chance to be in Alexander Payne's movie, you're going to go for it, or you'd be a crazy person. For a lot of people, Dungeons & Dragons has been a hard thing to describe. I can't tell you how many social environments I've been in where I say, I play D&D, and a bunch of normies will be like, how does the game even work? What's that like? I didn't have anything to really describe it that didn't make me sound like a crazy person. You should see my house. It's sort of explosive, like a crazy person lives there. I find the world extremely upsetting. Not in the way an average person does, but more in the way a crazy person might. People can have so many ill-conceived ideas about me based on the parts that I play. I've had guys, when I've been single, come out of the woodwork to date me, and I've found out very quickly that they were expecting some kind of whirlwind, some dramatic crazy person, and that's just not me. I like playing characters with as many emotions as possible. I'd love to play a really crazy person, someone truly out of her mind. I'm not one of those actors who gets so taken by a role that I can't live my life. I'm the type of actor who goes to work, transforms into a character, takes you on a journey, and then comes back home to be Billy. When I'm in it, but I know how to get out of it. When you can't shut it off, you're a crazy person. I'm not crazy. I'm not really interested in sports psychology. It makes me feel like a crazy person. I'm not a wild and crazy person. I sound like a crazy person, but I feel when a piano is happy, and I feel when they find that moment to be alive. I want them to remember me. I used to be that crazy person that was strict about what I did and didn't eat. I was so diligent with exercise. And as soon as I stopped thinking about it, I lost weight. I wasn't stressing about it. The balance and relaxing is what's really helped me. My dad was a crazy person, but some of the best qualities about me came from him. I lived Sleater-Kinney like a crazy person. If you want to, if you are a crazy person, you could go from idea to the stands in about 4 months. It does not cost hundreds of thousands of dollars to make a comic the way it does to make a television show or a movie. My grandfather was hit over the head by a crane boom in Seattle. Some of the family claimed he was never a violent, crazy person before that. Some say he was. It depends who you believe. I've never had any problem with crazy people. I like crazy people. I probably am a crazy person myself. I can't decide if I'm a hippie or elegant older woman, a farmer's wife, a crazy person. I always tell my employees, the busier it gets, the slower you should cook. When you run around like a crazy person, that's when things go wrong. Writers are completely out of touch with reality. Writers are a crazy person. We create conflict, for a living. We do this all the time, sometimes on a weekly basis. we create horrible, incredible circumstances and then figure a way out of them. That's what we do. Being spontaneous at times is a must. Being spontaneous all the time is a crazy person. I often hear actors say during their interviews, I want to play a crazy person, a murderer, or someone who's on edge. But that question scares me. I mean, of course there are characters I'd like to play, but I can't really say specifically who they are. It's much too hard to play a convincing normal person as it is. Yes, I'm the crazy person who totally travels with candles. Everybody in the industry thinks I'm the crazy person. I just look at Miley Cyrus, and I'm like, great, you've doubled your audience. But you've also doubled the number of people that hate you, and doesn't that hurt? It takes a crazy person not to be affected by that. I've noticed that a lot of people who criticize me are from the UK, both in the press and on social media. Since I've been here, I've gotten a lot of stares on the street, but in the States, people always come up to me and say, I love your hair, or, I love your dress, you're so cute. Here, people just look at me like I'm a crazy person. I'm seeing a guy now who has nothing to do with films. It's so much nicer with somebody who isn't an actor. Two crazy people in one house would be too much. It's better there's one crazy person, and one nice person who looks after that crazy person. I'm kind of a crazy person about hand sanitizer. I carry the plain ones that smell like aloe, from Target or CVS. I think my fans would probably be surprised to know I'm not insane. I'm not a crazy person in real life. I'm a pretty low-key dude. I like chilling at home and playing with my dog. I want people to know that I'm not just this crazy person flailing around. A lot of thought goes into what I do. If there are a couple of adjectives people use to describe me, anger is usually in there. I've never taken that as criticism. It's the way I naturally communicate. But I'm not faux angry, like Lewis Black, or angry like a gun-toting crazy person. I'm just angry in a mild way. It's not like I'm going to do anything about it. I don't like looking like a crazy person in my seat with a mask on, so I go into the airplane bathroom, put it on for a minute, and then I'll wash it off. Once I'm out of the bathroom, nobody even knows I did the mask, but my skin does. The conspiracy theorist is no longer a crazy person with a tinfoil hat, but they are the Edward Snowdens and the WikiLeaks that bring down major institutions and are the catalysts for social change. Amputecture is my personal way of describing enlightenment, or just the celebration of this person who is a shaman and not a crazy person. Only a crazy person wouldn't fear approaching a car with tinted windows during a late-night car stop, or pounding up a flight of stairs to execute a search warrant, or fast roping from a helicopter down into hostile fire. Real agents, like real people, feel that fear in the pit of their stomachs. I haven't worked with a director who is a crazy person at all. I am the funny, crazy person. Visit our website for more quotes, quoting.com.